Here we are for the Black Ops 7 blog post. This is where all the information is coming in. I just saw it. It's real. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. Okay, you may be wondering, Alex, what are you freaking out about? What did you just see right here? Modes, standard, survival, directed, and cursed. Bro, the leaks are real. The rumors are true. It's true. All of it. We're getting classic mode. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to start with part 1. I'm not going to say the whole name. I'll just say Ashes because I'm a good Christian boy. We keep it PG on this channel outside of zombies. Anyway, let's dive into it. Though the story picks up where we left off at the accumulation of Black Ops 6's reckoning, players would be wise to question exactly where this new crew has been transported to. The entire Black Ops 7 story takes place within the beating heart of the dark ether, including future maps. That is huge. As different timelines collide in the form of a combined 8-person crew. This is just really cool. It gives me so much excitement. The fact that all of the maps are being set in the dark ether. I guess one downside could be, well, they may feel too similar because all very similar aesthetics. However, why would that be the case necessarily if every single map beforehand, basically, for the most part, is placed in the regular world and not every single map feels the same? So I don't think that's quite a great reason to think that, oh, all the maps are just going to feel the same, because you can have so many different things in the dark ether. It's basically like they can do whatever they want with it. They can make it so mystical, magical, and I really love that. And I think, sure, a lot of it could feel very similar. Like if we get, DLC map number 1 and it looks basically like it could just be another location from Ashes here, I would be upset because, come on, you have the whole dark ether and you're just doing the same, you're giving it the same feel and look as your previous map? No. But it does get me really excited because that means they can do so much. And I'm assuming that all of the rumors regarding what the future maps are about are true. And it's basically, if you haven't heard, if you look at the previous Zombies blog post where it talks about each of the characters, one thing that is interesting is it says the new version of the original crew, where they came from, what time period. And basically it seems like each of the maps coming out in the future are related to each of the original crew. So we have like Takio, there's one that takes place in feudal Japan. Richtofen takes place in New York, apparently after World War II, but as if Nazi Germany won and then they nuked New York, which sounds really interesting. And then like one in Afghanistan in the 80s, Nikolai, and then I think like a Vietnam one for our boy Tank. That's a lot based off of one little part. Let's keep going. The Black Ops 7 Zombies experience is a wild ride across the dark ether with a full complement of maps planned across the post-season. Expect more round-based maps, the second of which will drop during Season 1, nice, as well as additional survival maps throughout the seasons, which I think is really cool, and something I don't know why they didn't do this with Black Ops 6, with Black Ops Cold War, with Black Ops 3, with Black Ops 4. Where have been survival maps? Like, I know that they did it back in Black Ops 2, but it seems like they've been lacking on that a whole bunch. What's up with that? But I'm excited to see which survival maps we get at launch, which we get in the following seasons. That gets me really excited. It gives me Black Ops 2 vibes. Even though I didn't really play a ton of Black Ops 2, fully owned it, just played it at like friends' houses, that type of thing. But okay, next up, Ashes, the environment. The crew is doubled, whereabouts of support members are unknown. They must explore the environment, doing its level best to kill them all the time. Oh, I was saying like the environment. Okay. I was saying like the support members. Like, what? Exploration occurs unprecedented territory. I can't speak today. Earthly rules of engagement do not apply, which I really like. Get Earth out of here. Give me dark ether. That's what I'm talking about. Described as an off-world Bermuda Triangle. I like that. Everything, yep, that works. Earthly and celestial locations, yes. Beginning with a twisted, otherworldly Janus towers that once resided in Liberty Falls. There are 6 terrifying and surreal main locations to investigate, all linked together by treacherous and unforgiving roadways, teeming with deadly threats. Cursory glance at a strange land. Map exploration into the dark ether, a purgatory where scattered places from other times and dimensions loom out of the fog. Below is a mere cursory glance at some of the areas to investigate. Okay, we'll see if they fully follow through with that, or if it's really going to go over the top with just, oh, here's a bunch of full in-depth information. But it looks like right here, it's really just giving it like at a glance, a couple pictures, quick little summary, and that's it. I can get behind. I really, really like that this part doesn't take place inside. Because from my understanding, I haven't played Reckoning yet. I know of it, but I'm pretty sure it takes place all inside. But then in the intro cutscene to Black Ops 7, the whole inside you can kind of see it's like on fire. You can't go back inside, and it takes place outside, which I think is really cool. Assuming that in Black Ops 6, The Reckoning, you don't start outside, because that would be lame. I'm hoping, basically what I'm saying, what I'm getting to with this is that I'm hoping that this area is new. Yes, it takes place in the same spot, like right outside of where you were playing before. Maybe you saw it before, but having it be a new playable area is really cool, and not just reusing the same spot is what I'm getting at. A triple-towered superstructure violently crashed into a warped and hostile dimension. One tower has collapsed completely, while electricity sparks and crackles from severed power lines arcing into the oppressive sky. Looks really cool. I like how the tower just stretches up. It's just like, it's a cool little vibe. So this is the starting area. Janus Towers Plaza. Van Dorn Farm. I'm assuming this is the Van Dorn family. Rest in peace. I am loving how this looks. We got like some power generator stuff here. Like I said, Origins vibes. I mean, yeah, we've seen the farm. It looks really interesting. I like that they're not showing off every little detail. Good little step there. A once idyllic homestead, now a horrific memory of one's family's descent into madness and ritualistic terror. Interesting. Ooh, okay, this is a place that we haven't really seen. Or, okay, wait, no, we've seen parts of this. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Blackwater Lake. Tormented phantoms and a drowning in the dark waters. A single act of horror is remembered across an afterlife of guilt. I don't know what that means, but this looks really interesting. It looks like the place with the floating pyramid and like the cool little cabin area. This looks really cool. Very mysterious. I'm excited to explore. I like that they're not giving too much away. I really like that. It seems like with Black Ops 6, they gave off like everything, every location, everything. So I like that. It's just like, here's a glance. Here's a couple pictures to pique your interest, and then you can go explore. Love that. Next up, Ashwood. Yes. 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 Give me Ashwood Survival, please. I think I know where Mr. Bad Guy is from. A frontier town sunken into a rift, overrun, and its inhabitants massacred in a war of a bygone era. The dead are more than memories here. Old West Town. Buried inspired. We are all sinners. Yes, we are, but we are saved. Thank you, God. You know how it is. You gotta rep the Lord whenever you get the chance to. We're all sinners, but we don't have to be doomed for hell because Christ has paid that price. Exit 115. Yes. Yes. This is cool. This is cool. It's a mix between the okay, another thing. I like that these areas are more than just one spot that they're showing off here. I think it's like 6 main locations, but these main locations have multiple things in that one location. It's not just like, oh, here's the main prison block, here's the second prison block, or it's not like Citadel, here's the main little village area, oh, here's the left side and the right side over here. It's like, okay, here's exit 115, a whole exit area. We have what looks like the diner, we have a gas station, and we have the grocery store all in one area, and who knows what else. That's just like what I believe we have seen for sure. That's a lot. So just saying exit 115, first off, love that it's 115, bringing back, classic stuff. But I really enjoy the fact that it's not, for one, giving too much information, and for two, there's so much in each location. I think that's really cool. I really do. Once thriving, the rest stop and crumbling freeway was torn from its original location. There are faint echoes of a doomed confrontation. Only desperation and betrayal remain. Oh yes. Zarya Cosmodrome. Zarya Cosmodrome. Ascension. Interesting that they're changing the name like that. I'm not complaining. Those hearing voices before reaching the world now speak of betrayal, sabotage, and scientific hubris. Greed and darker influences have prevented an ascension. I see what you did there. That's a good one. Yeah, okay. It just looks like Ascension. I'm assuming a smaller version of Ascension, but still, the fact that one location of 6 main locations is an entire zombies map. This map's big. Like, this is cool. I can't lie. The fog. Whoa, okay. Interesting. Referred to simply as the fog. Much of the traversal road, some with additional areas of investigation, such as a grounded ship or a forest of monoliths blanketed in a layer of foreboding mist. Transportation is advised through these shrouded areas, as only the bravest or most foolhardy venture through these areas on foot. I like this. Not really as much of like a specific area, but just everything outside of the main areas, the fog. I can't see what that says. What does this say? What does that say? Beware of the fog? Beware of the fog. Okay. Cool, mystical, mysterious. That's the Terminus boat, right? I'm pretty sure that's Terminus boat. Or maybe it's just a different type of boat. But that's giving me Terminus vibe there. Speaking of Terminus, you know. This is looking very interesting. I'm excited that they're putting a lot of emphasis on the fog and a bunch of secret, out of the way areas that aren't part of the main map. Really cool. What's next here? Some pictures. Don't expect a gradual increase in difficulty. If you decide to run through fog-laden areas, skill and preparation are needed before venturing, and overstaying your welcome in these zones may result in a significantly challenging environment. Yes, as it should be. I like that. Enemies here seem to be far more powerful, appearing more rapidly and moving at a faster speed. While you're dealing with this increased threat, watch your step. Explosive growths are also lurking in the fog. Nice. My goodness. Just going over the very beginning of this here is so much information. Like, Ashes is looking really good. I'm really liking like how this is starting to look so far, and that's a cool picture. Like, look at this. So you have Ashwood, Exit 115, Barn, Ascension, Reckoning area, Blackwater Lake, and then as the main locations. Really cool, very mysterious, gets me intrigued. New wonder vehicle Old Tessie. Ashes has a deadly network of roadways to travel between its main locations. Fortunately for you, there's a rusting pickup truck nearby that looks tough enough to withstand an undead battering. Though it isn't quite battle ready yet. This truck is tough, but it isn't impervious to the forces of the dark aether, and after a severe battering it can become temporarily inoperable. Keep an eye on its reinforced steel frame and react according. If Old Tessie needs a pit stop, methods to repair this wonder vehicle remain to be seen. I like it, some balancing there. I hope you like my little southern accent for Old Tessie. Yeah, those who explore carefully enough may even discover a series of upgrades to improve their chances of survival. Yes, yes, yes. From a familiar former bus driver's head, my boy Ted, to a mountable DG2 turret. This is looking awesome. Ooh, new wonder weapon. New wonder weapon, Necrofluid Gauntlet. Okay. In addition to blasting maggot sacks to atoms with the classic ray gun and ray gun Mark II, okay, cool that we have both of those on this map, there's a brand new wonder weapon to wield in Ashes. Upon discovery, the Necrofluid Gauntlet is a black skull-fanged glove that glows greenish hue. This ancient artifact seems to be deadly at both melee and long range. That's a cool thing for a wonder weapon, and it seems like based off how it's saying, upon discovery, so I'm assuming you can upgrade it. And it turns to a different color, maybe like dark ether color or something. Its umbral surface veins choked by a viscous liquid that the gauntlet seems to control. In fact, the entire weapon seems alive and hungry. Command the gauntlet, and the dark liquid can be reshaped into powerful spikes that shoot forth, skewering targets at range before being summoned back into the gauntlet, inflicting further damage. It's rumored that the gauntlet has vampiric tendencies and can also pull in items and power-ups from a distance. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. So it's kind of like like Thor's hammer. Like, you throw it out and then it comes back. I like that. Okay, so you can do like double damage. Okay, interesting. That seems like it could be like a really interesting, fun, skill-based weapon. Ashes, a brief bestiary. Woohoo! Forced through the veil into the dark ether, you'll face an array of diggity-diggity-dang souls. Some torn from the realities and now wander across. Well, forbidden lands, cursed to hunt without end. This is not a full accounting of the horrors you'll encounter, but a glimpse of the threats and oddities awaiting you in ashes of the diggity danged. Beast zombies and armored zombies. Okay, yeah. Regular zombies, cool. Ravagers, aka this version of denizens. Ooh, sorry, I'm spoiling the next part. Said to be a tortured of an unknown evil. Ooh. The Ravager prowls the dark ether on all fours with a nice smaller head compared to denizens, looking way better in my opinion. Usually in packs. Okay. Lurking in the shadows until the moment it can strike. Creepy. Drawn to material spoils, the creature consumes salvage and other dropped provisions. And they have salvage back. Lame. A habit that can be directly impacted. I can speak. A habit that can directly impact your survival in the field. Packs of Ravagers are especially dangerous. Overwhelming squads with relentless flurries of sharp-clawed wounding. More than just scavengers, Ravagers can also latch onto moving vehicles even at high speeds. Nice. Zursa, or as I like to call him, Smokey. An apex predator twisted by the dark ether, Zursa is no ordinary bear, but a hulking, undead monstrosity whose thick hide and parasitic infestations make it an elite level threat. Driven by madness and aggression, it mauls with bite and claw strike that only deal heavy damage, but also wound victims, leaving them vulnerable to lingering harm until they recover. Smokey ain't messing around, bro. That's what I'm talking about. We love Smokey. When the Zursa roll into combat, expect it to charge in on all fours, battering through teams or slamming into Old Tessie. No, Old Tessie better speed up. As if its raw strength weren't enough, the Smokey Bear is host to parasitic insects, so-called zombies that swarm from hive-like growths, infesting the beast's fur and skin. I gotta love the puns. I love it. I love it so much. These clouds of stinging death add chaos to an already fraught fight. When taken on alone, the Zursa, aka Smokey Bear, is a towering menace. Amid other threats, it becomes a mauling engine of devastation. Audio cues, fewer super sprinters, zombie adjustments, so just adjustments overall, and then jump pad. Once power has been restored to the local area. Okay, so they are doing an Origins approach, where you have to turn on the power and using the generators in each section in order to get the power. I like that. That's cool. I'm good with that. Aside from bringing some illumination to the horrors you're confronting, you can also investigate several mysterious technical marvels. A lot of adjectives across the ashes known as jump pads. Wow, real interesting, like creative name. Rapid navigation, players to navigate across the vast landscape of the map rather than brave thoroughfares of this hellscape. Jumping off point for a nominal essence that's comparable to an inexpensive door buy. Interact with the jump pad console, which may have more than one destination available. Interesting. Okay. And choose your landing spot. You're then instantaneously launched into the skies, traveling into a vast arc over the map and landing at a second landing pad in the chosen location. Tactical repositioning. They're useful in a variety of situations, like team in a hurry, navigating without the need of all Tessie, or quickly returning to a previously explored locale to obtain a valuable item like self-revive, kit, or perk. Okay. And it looks like last thing here, the saw blade trap. This looks very interesting. Saw blades kind of looks cool. Survivalists lost in time into the dark ether seem to have gathered a variety of junk equipment and fashioned it into a viciously effective chimera of a trap. A small plastic doll sat on 3 megaphones below. Chainsaw with circular saw blades embedded into it, attached it to a vehicle engine, and connected to a power switch. Flip that switch by expending essence, and a haunting beat complete with soft wailing sounds wafts through the ether. The eerie music attracts the zombies, the multi-bladed chainsaw brings the carnage, and any nearby undead foe gets minced into offal. Nice. I think we're gonna end this video here because this video, as I'm just looking at, it's like 26 minutes. That's insane. We're only at part 1, and there's 5 parts. Oh my gosh, this may be split up into 5 videos if it's really long. Maybe I can do part 2 and 3. and then maybe like 4 and 5. We'll see. Regardless, thank you so much for watching this. Scroll down right now. Join the school community. Share your excitement with other people in there, with me, talk with me, make posts, all that fun stuff. It's a great place to just share your passion, share your creations, and create together. And just don't let that creativity go to waste. Use it and create something of your own, for yourself and for others. It's honestly just a really cool community I'm trying to build up, and I would love to have you there. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed, and God bless.